Sunday footy show. A bit of fallout for the Kangaroos in what their chairman and coach described as the worst loss in their tenure on Friday night against the Bombers, who were magnificent. We're going to get the Kangaroo perspective of that in a moment, Lord. But a 39-point win on Friday night.
Yeah, Hutch, they got to 4 goals apiece after the Bombers kicked the first four goals, but it was all Essendon after that. 15 goals to 9. Chapman was great. Goddard was brilliant. Watson best on ground. And Thomas, and I reckon the fullback, Scotty Thompson, were the two good North players who could hold their head up high. But a man who couldn't play, their skipper, Andrew Swallow. Thanks for joining us, but I just want to put these stats to you. You had 150 less disposals, 44 less contested possessions, 119 less uncontested possessions, and 86 less marks. And Brad Scott had you in the room, the team. You got down there for a long time. What was the message, as he said, and how hard did he go after that?
Yeah, he went hard, probably as hard as what he has in his tenure. So extremely disappointing. I think all those stats you had there, he had them up on the whiteboard. Yeah. And the most disappointing one for us is the contested footy. Yeah. We've been a really good side over the last sort of 2-3 years. We've got some great players in there, but the fact of footy if you can't get your hands on the footy, you're going to be no chance of winning the game.
Nath Brown was very critical of Jack Ziebell, saying he should be dropped. Matty Lloyd and myself don't agree with that. What's your thoughts? Do you think there will be changes coming up this week from the personnel that ran out on Friday night?
I think there might be a couple. I wouldn't say that Jack Ziebell will be dropped. I think he's definitely a leader of our club, and we need him in there week in, week out. But yeah, I assume there might be a couple of guys that might miss out. But we need Jack, Ben Cunnington, Daniel Wells, Nick Dalsano, these guys who will go through the midfield to get their hands on the footy, and they didn't do that on the weekend.
Take a look at some of the highlights, Andrew, but how do you describe to your supporters, to put out an effort like that? Round one, they've been waiting 6 months to see you play again after a disappointing year, and yet the lack of effort and run that's dished up, how can you explain it? Do you hope that it's just a one-off, or do you have to look deeper than that?
I think as I said before, we've been a really good contested footy side for a number of years now. So I think at the moment we just have to put it down to just a one-off game. It happens for 3-4 weeks. Well, then we've got some serious issues. But at the moment, all we've got to do now is go back, regroup, and hopefully come out next week and put a better performance.
The boys just said that I said Jack Ziebell should be dropped. It could have been any number of those midfielders who played through there. And I'm just saying it could be any number of the midfielders, but I did say Jack Ziebell because there was a couple of instances in the game. Now, when you're good, you're really good, but when North Melbourne are bad, it's really bad. Do the midfield get what Brad Scott's trying to do? I mean, are you going both ways? And sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. That's why I was saying someone should be dropped, but it doesn't look like the midfield at the moment get how to go both ways.
I think there's, I suppose, a bit of an adjustment. I think we're trying to tinker a little bit more, try and stop a few easy goals, and it's probably changed the mindset of the players a little bit, and we're just trying to find that balance at the moment. That's probably been the hard thing.
No, you did say Jack Brent. Hey, what about, was someone assigned to Joe Watson? Like, we all saw it. He was on fire early. He set the game up, best on ground. Does someone just not listen?
No, there was I suppose, a set task to really try and nullify him around stoppages, and obviously it didn't get done. We thought around the ground we could try and get a few guys to run off him and work off him, but we wanted to make sure we stop what he's good at, and that's the contested footy, and obviously he had the ball on the string, so it didn't work, obviously.
There's expectations. They are big, and the pressure's going to build pretty quickly. Do you think that's even a factor at the moment for you?
No, I don't think so. I think a lot of the pressure's been external pressure that people have built us up and into this team. We know we still got a fair bit of work to do, but coming off last year, we thought we made some really big games. We were competitive in pretty much every one of the games that we played in, and if we can, I suppose, continue that improvement, and with a couple of additions, hopefully we can push up into the 8, and that's the aim. So that's what we're working towards.
How far are you away? With the Achilles, of course. They'd love to have you in there. How are you travelling?
Yeah, going all right. So I'm doing a fair bit of running now, doing up to sort of 10, 12 Ks in a session. So I'm probably a month or so away from playing a bit of VFL, and probably have a couple of games back there and move back into the seniors after that.
And what's the latest on Todd Goldstein, who rucked with pretty much one arm for most of the night?
Yeah, it was a pretty brave effort from Vic Goldie. I think he might have won the hit-outs in the end, so great effort from him to continue to go on in the game. I think he'll be all right, no major injuries. So we hope he might get up this week, but he'll be touch and go.
We've got to pump up Essendon because they were great. What were the boys saying about their pressure and their work rate?
Yeah, the boys. Well, I suppose we're probably surprised at how well they came out and how well they played. So yeah, all credit's got to go to them. They had a specific game plan. They used the ball short really well. And obviously smashed us inside. So a lot of credit's got to go to them and how well they played.
One good player for you guys was Lindsay Thomas, outstanding, kicked 4 of the 9 goals. But tell us what's going on here. We saw it at the start. Is he just saying?
You've gone for it again, Bill. You've already had your laugh. What do you need to run it a second time for?
Well, we need to know what's happening here, Hutch, because
it was funny earlier, Bill.
What is this? What's he saying here?
No, I suppose with the interchange cap that he's trying to work out whether he can come off. So we have a set sort of thing with our some of our forwards and defenders, and the coach calls when they come off.
Yep.
And he's probably trying to get off. He's probably stuffed. So he's trying to see if someone can get him to come off, and obviously didn't work. So.
And here's the votes from the weekend. Watson, 25 disposals to half-time. He took the game away from North. Paul Chapman, 4 goals, brilliant. Goddard loved his game, and Heppel, 37 disposals.
What about Hooker?
Hooker? No, a lot of chips across the back line.
3 to 3 kicks.
Yeah, I know.
Does Paul Chapman hurt you, Bill?
No, because I love seeing Chappie kicking goals and playing good footy. Good on him. Wish he was at bloody Geelong.
It's been kind of Andrew to come, and he's here to promote Harvey's Heroes on the 8th of April, which is the junior supporters. And you get a chance to meet Brent Harvey, have the clinic. Harvey's Heroes membership is a must at nmfc.com.au. Thanks for coming in.
No worries, guys. Thanks for having me.
Kangaroo skipper joining us.